You gotta see what I found. I gotta show you this. I can't wait to show you. I am so excited about this. Oh, sorry. Hi there, I'm Synesthetic Mouse. Welcome back to Alpha City. So I found a geode nearly under Alpha City. I think it's gonna be pretty useful. I know it's gonna be fun to work with. Let's go take a look at it and I'll show you what I have in mind. I think it'll be safer to leave Blue Dog here. This is an old mining elevator that just happened to be close to the geode. I used chunk base and actually located a bunch of geodes and some dripstone caves. This is just the first geode that I found. I'm sorry, I dug down without you.
Oh, it's pretty. It's really pretty. I have to get myself an iron pickaxe though, because this one is just way OP.
This time I brought an iron pickaxe. The diamond pickaxe was just too overpowered and could easily break the budding amethyst blocks. They are the blocks that make the amethyst, and if I break those, they're gone forever, and that's it. It's got some neat geometry going on. Maybe a treasure island vibe? It's a little flashy, but I think it's pretty. So today, we're going to take it apart. Unfortunately, it's much more useful to harvest the amethyst. So we're going to make it into an amethyst shard factory. And then we can spread its joy all over town. Breaking an amethyst cluster with a piston drops 2 amethyst shards. Shards are used to make a few different items. A spyglass, which is basically a telescope, is made with 2 copper ingots and 1 amethyst shard. Tinted glass has the odd property that it blocks Minecraft light but allows the player to see through. It's made with a glass block and 4 shards. A block of amethyst is made with 4 amethyst shards and a calibrated skulk sensor, which is this thing that sounds like a sick pigeon. It's made from a regular skulk sensor and 3 amethyst shards. The last 2 items are related to this hole. When I found the geode, I opened this deep dark biome also. I'll tell you the tale of the deep dark in another video. For now, this is where I got the skulk sensor, and this is how they work with amethyst. A skulk sensor detects vibrations, and it works with redstone devices. When it feels a vibration, it outputs a redstone signal. A calibrated skulk sensor can be tuned so that it feels only the vibrations you want it to by using a redstone input. A block of amethyst can be decorative, but when a block of amethyst is placed next to a skulk sensor, the amethyst will echo any vibration the sensor feels. And other sensors can feel that echo and pass it on. And that can be used in a chain to send redstone signals wirelessly. And that is a redstone technology that will be very useful. I have a plan in my head, and it shouldn't take that much. I see multiple pistons harvesting the amethyst clusters. They will be triggered in layers. The top layers of pistons will be triggered first, so that any shards that fall on lower blocks will be pushed off by the pistons on the next layer, and the next, all the way down. Underneath, shards collect in water streams to an item elevator to the surface, with player elevators and a signal line alongside it. I see a building on the surface with item silos, crafters for making amethyst products, and a 7-day timer which will send a signal down to the piston harvesters. And of course, I also imagine a nice building. First, we'll mine out all of the plain amethyst blocks so that they don't block the budding amethyst from growing. and to just get them out of my way. That's a neat sound. Forgot to use my iron pick. When this is done, I'll clear the space around the geode and find the best place for the elevators and the signal line. After that, I'll step back to convince myself that I'm not messing it all up. Instead of just watching me mine blocks for an hour, let me amuse you with a tale of autistic overthinking. So when I started this project, I knew that the budding amethyst blocks are delicate, and I was afraid that I'd break them accidentally with my diamond pickaxe. It was just too fast. It was way overpowered for the job. So I figured that iron would be slower, but my instinct is to overemphasize all of the things that could go wrong. I actually went to the trouble of looking up breaking speeds on the Minecraft wiki for different tools, but honestly, it just confused me. I think in pictures and movies, and sometimes words just get in the way. So I set up an experiment. I went over into one of my test worlds and I set up 2 budding amethyst blocks in creative mode. I gave myself an iron pickaxe with no efficiency enchantment and a diamond pickaxe with efficiency 5, like I have in the alpha world. I switched into survival mode and broke the budding amethyst. In case you didn't see that, the iron pickaxe took 3 hits to break the budding amethyst. The diamond pickaxe took only 2. I actually really enjoy overthinking. It's very satisfying to me. Besides, I didn't break a single budding amethyst. It makes me think of that picture of the Pleiades star cluster, the one with the giant lens flares. Since I got the slime block scaffolding down, I want to take some screenshots before we cover it all up with machinery. How can I get a shot of this thing? There we go. Oh, and there's one slime block. Messing up my shot. There you are. So we'll start at the top budding amethyst blocks and we'll build the harvesting machinery from there down. Let's go over to my creative test world and I'll show you my prototypes. This is the most basic configuration. It assumes 1 budding amethyst by itself. Science fans out there might know the term spherical cow. This is the spherical cow of this machinery. There are 3 pairs of pistons in parallel with each other. 1 pair for the top and the bottom, another pair facing downwards for the sides, and another pair for the front and the back. I made a signal line to demonstrate. I have a note block as an input. When it's activated, this observer powers this yellow terracotta block. That powers the 3 pistons that are adjacent to it for the top, side, and back. That powered block also powers the powered rail, which carries the signal to the front piston. The signal also carries on via these observers to the bottom piston and through this note block to the other side piston. The blue carpet is the footprint where the shards will fall. I have a feeling it's not going to be anywhere near that easy for real. So let's go over there and see what I can do. It's not going to be easy. These are so close together. Building this is going to be like untangling string. Before we start, I need a break from being underground. And I realized I only have 1 note block and I'm completely out of chests. Note blocks are necessary for signal lines and chests are crucial for hopper lines and item silos. Also, there are machines around town that are out of charcoal fuel. We need wood for all of those, so let's go cut down some trees. So let's go make some chest note blocks and grab some rails. Ah, right, and yellow terracotta. So yeah, let's go cut down those trees. That's kind of what we, whoops, yeah. All right, Blue, you can sit here. Come on, come on. There you go, sit down. Wow. I gotta build a tree farm. I have to build a tree farm. I was not born to be a lumberjack. I have to get myself an automatic tree farm. Oh, it grew already. That's the worst type of tree. All right, so that's not enough. Not enough. Let's go cut down some more trees. I don't want to cut down any more trees. Lou, where'd you go? Hey, that's the best I've whistled in a long time. Did you get hurt? You got hurt. I wonder how you got hurt. Hey. Hey. You stay near Sal. Actually, that was pretty good because I got up here without any slime, so I don't have to knock down any slime. I just have to tunnel my way out of the tree. Tunneling out of a tree. That's weird to say. Pillaring up in a tree on slime. I am so bored. I was not born to be a lumberjack. I hate trees. I am so sick of cutting down trees. Let's try something different. That's 20 blocks up. Okay, that's 24 blocks. So this tree was 24 blocks tall. I just like knowing that. Now we're done. We're just done. We're just done with... We're just done. We're just done. We can pick this up later. Okay, so now I have 2 stacks of note blocks, 2 stacks of chests, 2.5 stacks of pistons, 2 stacks of powered rails, a stack of yellow terracotta for the solid blocks, but only 45 observers. I'm hoping that's enough to get through a lot of the redstone today. I'll have to get quartz to make more observers in the next video, which is going to be an expedition far from Alpha City. I'll gather quartz as we pass through the nether. I also bought 2 new iron pickaxes from a toolsmith across town. They came with an unbreaking enchantment, and I added Fortune 3 to them so I can get the most shards when I break the clusters. And I got 1 for only 9 emeralds instead of 10. I'm in the rewards program. Let's start breaking off the crystals. I want to clear out, what are they called? The clusters, so that I can see the budding amethyst blocks better. That's what I'm trying to say. I'll be able to see them better. I'll be able to work with them better if I can really get an idea of how they fit together. This is not going to be easy. This is not going to be easy. Let's start with this very top layer. Let's get rid of you. Let's get rid of your... Oh, see that? I recorded that. Yes, I did. That was an example. I just saved that budding amethyst block right there because I had a chance to pull myself back from destroying it. I have a challenge right away. What am I doing? Parkour here? pillar up from here. I can get a look at this. We'll see. Wow. This is gonna suck. Well, why can't we just start up here? The next few sequences represent 5 real-time hours of work. The next time we're here, I'll explain what I'm doing more in depth. I'm figuring this out as I go along and figuring out how to articulate it also. Even if someone wanted to do a tutorial on this, they couldn't. Each geode is different, so each one will have custom machinery. It's really a matter of understanding the redstone principles and getting comfortable with it. I use the same principles as you've seen in my test world. The first thing you'll notice is that it's entirely dustless redstone. There's several reasons for that. One is that redstone dust can slow the game down a lot more than other redstone blocks. Dustless redstone also has other advantages, like not washing away if water is spilled. Dust does. The components of dustless redstone, the observers and note blocks, also fill their entire block space, which is an advantage in this project. I'll explain why in a minute. For the signal lines, the principle is an activated observer powers a solid block, which activates a note block, which activates the next observer in a chain. I try to include as many note blocks and powered rail as I can. They save on observers and they're a lot cheaper for me. I essentially have an unlimited supply of gold, redstone dust, and wood to make them. Observers require mining nether quartz, which I absolutely hate doing. Powered rail has the advantage that it can be up to 8 blocks long. Powered rails don't fill the entire block space though, so falling shards can get stuck on them. Note blocks don't have that problem because they occupy the entire block. That's also the reason why dustless redstone is better, because dropped items could get stuck on the blocks with dust like they can on rails. That's also why I use glass blocks and glowstone to fill the spaces. Glass blocks allow me to see more, and glowstone lights things up. I chose glowstone because I think the amber color looks nice with all the purple. You will also frequently see me using a downward-facing piston on the top of the budding amethyst. I was investigating what to do if I have a situation where pushing sideways doesn't work. In my test world, I found out that the newly broken shards will almost always jet out sideways when broken with downward pistons. I could be wrong, but I think it's because Minecraft physics won't allow the shards to occupy the same space as the piston head while it's extended. Whenever items drop, the game engine always gives them a little horizontal momentum anyway. I think that here, the piston head adds to that, and they sort of squirt out to the sides. A shortcut to powering more than one piston at a time is by powering a solid block which is adjacent to both. It can also power adjacent note blocks. I discovered another trick to power 2 pistons in a column. An observer pointed into one powers the one below. I found that this works vertically, but not horizontally. To me, this is like a 3-dimensional Sudoku puzzle. I never thought I could like Sudoku. Then I found that the Microsoft version has an option to play with 9 charms instead of numbers. The charms are pics of a sun, maple leaf, heart, star, diamond, paw, water drop, moon, and 4-leaf clover. I finished the puzzles using charms in about half the time as the numbers. Out of observers. I am out of observers. This machinery is like 3D Sudoku. Minecraft naturally has the boxes, or rather cubes. The pistons, observers, and other blocks are like the charms, and the budding amethyst are the charms that the game gives you to start with. Since I'm out of observers, we'll have to work on this more next time, after I've gathered nether quartz to make more. No matter what, next time I want to build the elevators and signal line to the surface first. It'll make my life a lot easier. Wow. Before we go, let's go up to the surface and I'll show you the building site. I used carpet, like I do, in a 17 by 17 square is a starting point. The geode is right under it, 112 blocks down. It's in an area I want to develop anyway that I call Creeper Hollow. And it's right next to a tunnel to Market Square. I haven't finished designing the building, so that's going to have to wait. I'm just testing some ideas right now. And yes, I used to spam torches everywhere. Don't judge. The basic requirements for the building are elevator access, silos for amethyst items, villager job sites, and a redstone timer to trigger the harvesting machinery down below. And the timer has to be chunk unload proof, but we'll talk about that the next time we're here. The building also has to look good here, near the river canal buildings, but it will be a small factory. I'm imagining an old-fashioned neighborhood business, like a small baker or a pottery maker. And once again, it's raining in Alpha City. Well, I think that's it for this time. In the next video, we'll go on an expedition far from Alpha City, and it's going to be dangerous. I don't want to die and risk losing all my stuff. We'll be traveling thousands of blocks to visit 4 biomes, including a pale garden. I'll be gathering pale oak saplings and a creaking heart. I want pale oak wood, especially for the tropical fish door. Getting the creaking heart for resin is going to be a challenge. It requires being out in a pale garden at night, and I'll have to meet and hit the creaking, which I know is going to make my skin crawl. After that, we'll go back to the River Theater and build the first marquee, and then back to the tropical fish store to make use of the pale oak. Thank you for visiting Alpha City. Like and subscribe to make sure you can find your way back. I'm Synesthetic Mouse. I hope this video has been interesting and fun. See you next time. Later. Okay. I think I need a break after this tree. Huh? I was not born to be a lumberjack. I was born to be a mouse. I was born to be a mouse.